for the community, what we did for the kids in the community, what we did for the adults in the community. And I walked in the room with about 200 coaches. And I told them this dream, I told them this vision. And they didn't run out the room. But a select few of these guys took that vision, took it back to their communities, back to their programs, back to their kids, and elevated that vision from the ground floor. 5 years ago, I said, you know what? I need to recognize the excellence that we're doing in the community. A lot of times you hear about all the wrong stuff that's going on, all the negative stuff that our black males are doing. I need to actually elevate that as well. So I thought of a Hall of Fame. And I'm gonna tell you, one of the kids here, one of the young men here, made me think about it. I said, you know what? We got some kids in the NFL. We're gonna do a Hall of Fame for the players. But then I had to think back. I said, wait, this guy got there because there was a male role model in his life. So I said, let me rethink this. Let's make this Hall of Fame about the guys that's really, really in our community making a difference. Not the wins and losses, let's get that out of our heads, but the guy that's in our communities that's actually winning in lives, that's saving kids' lives. So today before you is a group of guys that were in that room with the 200 coaches when I'm telling this vision, and these guys have made an impact. This is our 20th anniversary, and these guys truly, truly made an impact in our community, in my life, and especially in the program, Louisiana Youth Football. These guys never in the past 20 years call us brick. They always say Louisiana Youth Football because they knew what they were playing in. They knew what they were playing for, and it was more than just a football game for them. So standing before you is our class of 2024 Louisiana Youth Football Hall of Fame inductees. So starting from my right, and this is kind of ironic that I'm starting here, because my coaching career started with this young man. We coached baseball together, and we grew up in a program together where he taught me about coaching in a program. Marlon Bates has been coaching since 1992. A lot of people don't realize that Marlon Bates is the one who started the Scholarville Hornets. His brother gets a lot of the credit, but Marlon Bates got a check for $500 and started the Scholarville Hornets back in 1992. Marlon Bates has only coached for the Scholarville Hornets, and he has left his legacy on our community as well as our program. Presenting to him is one of his proteges that grew up as a coach in the program and now leads the program, Torrey Gradney. Now you don't have to put it on. It's just for show. This next guy, as a coach 22, 23 years ago, this is the first team that I coached against that gave me competition when we were actually with Brick before I came in with the program. Poindexter, Dexter Henderson has been coaching since 2000, come to think about it, since 2000. He started off with the Raiders, he wanted to do a a program of his own in the community, in his own area. So he branched off over by the Bel Air area. So Poindexter, Dexter, Henderson created the Baton Rouge Eagles. The Baton Rouge Eagles has been a staple in our program and was strong over in the East in an American conference for the longest and came over to compete over here for championship. Presenting to him today is again one of his coach's proteges, Brad Smothers. Y'all see I'm slowing down, huh? So again, my introduction to coaching, I met this guy jumping across the field, making a whole bunch of noise. I didn't understand it because I had just started coaching. This was back in 1999, 2000. I see this guy jumping across this field, and they tell me that's Pat Green, as if I was supposed to know who Pat Green was. But Pat Green is an old coach, so I'm gonna date this for y'all. Pat Green started coaching when he was 18 years old. This doesn't happen too often, especially in the community. He could have been doing something else, but he was actually a coach. Pat Green played for the program that he coaches and now runs the program that he's coaching. Pat Green is from the South Baton Rouge Rams, and he's being presented his jacket. And this is something special, being presented his jacket by a fellow player, but his son, Randy Green. Big Mo, Morris Franklin. I met Morris on the baseball field, but transferring over, they talked all the stories that he was this hell of a running back on the football field. So of course, you know, he think he's a football coach. And to his likeness and to the facts, Mo is a great football coach. And I'm gonna tell you why. Mo is not the one that getting all the kids with the NIL gives. He get the kids that just actually want to come play football. And they come out and he gets the best out of them. Mo is another guy like Pat Green. As a matter of fact, Pat and Mo argue. Pat will tell you that he taught Mo everything he knows and that he raised him up in the coaching program. Mo's first coaching job was with the South Baton Rouge Rams. I'm not going to count the Bobcats, we don't know them, but we're going to start with the South Baton Rouge Rams. Then he moved over to the Bandits, that changed over to the Falcons. Then he went back home to the Rams, and now he's coaching with the Scotlandville Seahawks. But one of those guys that stepped up and said, I just want to play football, is the guy that's presenting Mo's jacket. Young Chester is a guy that molded to be a quarterback. Though he may not look like it, he was a hell of a quarterback out here on this football field and moved along to high school to be a great quarterback. Presenting Mo Franklin his jacket is Chester. Next on our class inductees, this man came in and said, Leroy, whatever your program needs, I'm here to work and here to help you. Over the 20 years, Terry has, every time we do fan day, Terry has jumped in front of a computer and actually helped out. Again, looking past what we talk about just the football, just being able to embrace every kid, everybody that's involved in the program. Terry has never looked on, I'm just helping out for the Jags. He also helped out for Louisiana youth football. Terry Boyd started coaching actually just 1 year before we created the league in 2004, and he coached for the team that he played for, the South Baton Rouge Rams. and then also decided that he wanted to do something more in his community and created the South Baton Rouge Jaguars, who has become a juggernaut within our program and has sustained over 20 years of great excellence in their community and in our program. This is another special moment because being presented to him with his jacket is a former player, but also his heart, his son, Mason Boyd. So let it be said that football is almost like war. So this five-star general, he like to call himself the five-star general, John Mims, also was one of those guys in the room and believed in the vision. He came into the program with an open heart, open mind, and basically looked at the program and said, man, what can I do and what's the best thing I can do, not just for my team, but for the organization. John Mims has been coaching for a long time as well. He started along with Pat Moe back in the early 90s, and he's only coached for one team. I'm not talking about that little mishap with the Vikings, but he's only coached for the South Baton Rouge Rams, and he's built up a program within that age group where he was one of the groups, and we may have it today, but with Pat, with John, and then our next person was the only organization that came in with a triple crown. They won all three of them in 1 year. It's never happened before, but I hear some people talking that they're trying to make it happen this year. But we're talking about right now with John Mims. Being presented by John Mims is someone special to the program because he grew up in the program. He did not just good for our community. He went on in life and did great within the sport of football based on what he was learned. Being presented for John Mims is Lael Collins, NFL football player and former South Baton Rouge Ram. So this one may take me a minute. I may get a little emotional. There was a guy that everybody knew in the program. Regardless of what team, organization, who they were with, where they came from, this guy put a smile on your face when you saw him. Even if he was talking about your team and saying they was trash, he still was going to make you feel good about the fact that he was talking to you about it. I remember we were playing the Rams over at Capitol, and this big guy barely could make it across the field over there, but he was steady talking noise to me about how he was going to beat my team. He's no longer with us in flesh, but he's always with us in spirit. He's always with us in the essence of what we're doing here. He loved being out here. He loved being on this field. This was his home. If we name anything, Memorial Stadium was his home. He loved being out here. The late Johnny Wright touched more lives, not just youth, but adults, on what the essence of coaching football and being a part of football was. He had a great heart. He was one of the first ones to say, Leroy, when you check my background check, it's gonna be something on there. But I changed, and he changed me. He changed the program, and I guarantee you, every coach that's standing out here today, coached against him, coached with him, was changed based on him. And on behalf of Johnny Wright standing in his place is his namesake, Johnny Wright Jr. And we had a conversation right before here. It's not only tough for you to come out here and not see him, it's tough for us as well today. But presenting to him is his faithful sidekick. If you've seen Johnny, you've seen these two right here. One or the other, his nephew, Wright. The last guy we present you today, I'm gonna tell you, I met on a school bus going to middle school. Never knew he was gonna be coaching football, never knew I was gonna be doing this, but we met on a school bus and became friends. And as we grew older, we started having like minds about what we wanted to do in our community and for our community. And this guy here has done just that. In the early stages of Louisiana youth football, there were certain powers. We had the Eagles, the Rams, the Hornets, and then there were the Bears that came along and created a great organization on another side of town that we weren't touching. And that's what this Hall of Fame is all about. These guys have touched lives of young men. It's not about the winning and losing for me. And anybody that talk to me about football, that's just a carrot to get the kids. My biggest thing is I want to make great young men and young ladies. And these guys here in front of you have done that. And this one guy has been a real good friend of mine, a real good consultant of mine, talking about different things in the program, talking about things in this program. Charles Beardon started coaching in 2000. Created the Bears and created something that has been mocked and mimicked and recreated by some of the other organizations that's come along. The legacy that he created with the Bears is going to be long lasting. Presented to him, his jacket, is a protege coach of his, Joseph Brady. So everybody knows if you actually graduating or you have a class celebration, and these guys don't know that everybody should have a class ring. You can give them a ring. You gotta have a class ring, come on, man. So, gentlemen, I want to tell y'all, and the crazy thing about it is presenters as well. You guys make Louisiana youth football. Everybody keeps saying it's Leroy League. All I do is start a car and y'all drive it. Y'all have done a great job over 20 years of making me look great. When it go bad, yeah, it's Leroy's fault, but when it go good, man, I gotta give it to you. It's because of y'all. Y'all actually have done a great job in y'all communities, in y'all homes, and I'm gonna tell y'all, in my life, my whole life has changed based on meeting you guys and being a part of y'all lives. Y'all have become family to me. Y'all become more than just coaches. Again, some of y'all, I talk to y'all outside of football. Every one of y'all I didn't answer the phone to. Y'all know I don't answer the phone at all. So you know y'all mean something to me if I pick up the phone and answer when y'all call. Even when Dexter, you calling and fussing, I still answer the phone. But guys, I want to tell y'all, nobody really gives you credit a lot of times when you're living. At a funeral, somebody gonna be standing here just like this, talking over your casket, talking about how great you are. So I'm telling you in your face, in your eyes, you guys are great, and y'all have done a great job in our community, in our kids' lives, and in my life. There's nothing that I wouldn't do for you guys. And there's nothing I know that y'all wouldn't do for this community. I thank y'all with all my heart. Before I start crying up on the mic, man, I'm gonna let y'all go. But again, thank y'all for everything y'all done for us. Please give a round of applause for your class of 2004 Louisiana Youth Football Hall of Fame inductees. Great job, guys.
It's only entertainment.
Not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not what